Duncan, thanks so much for coming in. I really appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
So, talk me through what the process is with actually getting a mortgage.
Look, first of all, I guess a quick phone conversation to establish what the client's objectives are.
Right.
From there, probably have a meeting and send out an email in regards to appointment confirmation, what their objectives are, a document checklist with requirements that we'd need for processing a loan. And from there, I guess having an appointment to go through loan structuring and the various products available for the client.
Okay, so what are the documents that you would need someone to bring to a meeting?
Well, probably just identification documents are important ones. So the driver's licence, MEDICARE card, a passport depending on their residency status. Right. Liabilities would look for repayment history of their current home or investment loan, credit card repayment history, or any other liabilities they may have such as personal loans or car loans. If they're refinancing, also a rates notice would be another important document to make sure they actually own the property of which they're refinancing. So they're probably some of the main ones that we look for.
And if somebody is a business owner and doesn't show a lot of income, doesn't pay a lot of tax, how do you get around those sorts of issues? I'm sure that happens a lot.
Look, it does. Look, generally, we do have options available as far as low documentation loans.
Right.
So in that case, we can look at BAS statements. We can also go off an accountant's letter, so an accountant's declaration as to the income that person receives.
So what are the common problems you see with mortgages maybe not getting approved or difficulties in getting mortgages approved?
Look, some of the things are numerous credit inquiries,
right.
Multiple credit inquiries, or undisclosed credit defaults. So
Okay.
where people have applied for credit over time, such as a credit card, a personal loan or a car loan, these all register on their credit file. So too many of these can be a red flag for an institution.
Okay. And so what about novated leases or car loans? Does that have an impact?
Yes, they do. They have quite a large impact actually. Novated leases and car loans can actually really affect the borrowing power of our clients. So a novated lease between $750 to $1,000 per month can impact a client's borrowing power by up to $250,000. So it has a huge impact for first home buyers or investors alike.
Wow, that's huge.
That
That's
sure
never
is.
actually occurred to me before, so that's really good, good to know that. And so can we talk about what actually happens at settlement? What needs to...
Yeah, sure. Look, at settlement, I guess settlement's booked in between the broker, the customer solicitor or conveyancer, and obviously the bank. So we keep in regular contact with all parties to make sure that settlement's on track. On the given time that it's been booked in for, the settlement agent, being the conveyancer solicitor, will meet with the bank and an agent from the seller as well to make sure settlement proceeds. Cheques and distributions will have been drawn up before that, and all parties make sure they're paid in due course.
Right. And how often does it not happen when it's scheduled to happen? Because obviously people want to settle at 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon, they've got the movers booked, everything's ready. How often is it that these things go wrong and it doesn't happen on time?
Yeah, we'd like to think it's quite a small percentage, but in some cases it may just be the solicitor's not ready or the bank hasn't booked. In some cases the broker may not have been ready, there may have been miscommunication. But either way, mostly the settlement will occur on that day.
And so would it be good advice to just make a phone call the week of settlement just to make sure everybody's...
Well, ultimately your broker and your solicitor should have this covered off,
right.
And the communication within the bank should be sufficient to make sure that it does occur on time. If one party is not ready and that's unforeseen, then that can occur on occasion.
Okay, well thank you so much for all of your advice, Duncan, we really appreciate it.
My pleasure, thanks Leanne.